Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chelsea Explain, as this is your match preview ahead of Pafos tonight at the bridge in the Champions League. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but I think we only have like 2-3 games left in the Champions League new format. And if we're winning tonight, we would go through to the next stage. And that means the Napoli game we have next week won't become a must win game. Because then we're facing Conte side, and if we're dropping points tonight, we could have a higher risk of dropping points against Napoli next week. And who knows what might happen to us then in the Champions League. We might drop down and miss out of going through to the next stage. Um, but we're gonna go through the lineup. We're gonna talk about Delap a bit and some other guys being back at the bridge and maybe some other things as well. So before we dive any further into this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page and hit that notification bell down below so you never miss when the content drops. Alright, so this is the lineup I have picked against Pafos. We're rotating heavily. We need to rest guys so they can be ready for the Premier League game in the weekend. So I'm resting Fernandes, Palmer, James. We need to be careful with him. We're resting Cucurella, Garnacho, Neto, Sanchez can have a break, Chalobah as well. So for me, I will start Jorgensen in goal. In the backline, we would have Josh, Fofana, Badiashile, and Heito. Now, if Heito is the one that's going up, or Josh, I don't know. Both can work. In the pivot, we have Caicedo and Santos. I really like what we have seen from them so far together. I think they complementing each other really well and building some chemistry with each other. And the front four will consist of Esteban on the right, being back after illness, George on the left, Pedro in the middle, Delap up front. Let me know what you think of this lineup. Do you think we rotate too much? And I also would like to know, would you like to see Josh being a right back or a centre back? What position do you think he suits the most? For me personally, I don't know. I think he can play so many positions and he plays them well in all those positions. A very versatile player. Now, there's a lot of rotation going on here in my predicted lineup is because I'm desperate to rest our starters because the season is very long and we don't want to pick up unnecessary injuries against Pafos. No disrespect to Pafos, but we should beat them even if we rotating to our squad players. We could also see Gittens, he's back after being ill, so that could happen. But we don't rotate so much that we don't have any starters at all. I mean, we have Pedro, we have Caicedo, we have Fofana at the back. So we have three main guys starting. And if we're leading in the second half convincingly, we could maybe take out a Pedro. We can take out a Caicedo and let them have a break and rest them also for the Crystal Palace game. So I want to kind of discuss Delap a little bit. Lion Rosenior praised him heavily in his press conference ahead of the game and think that he can reach his potential, that he has a very high ceiling, that he has worked with him before and knows how good Liam is. And the thing is that I think Liam Delap, for me, is a sort of pressing forward. Um, he's someone that presses relentlessly. He's so good at running into the channels. I think his hold-up play is decent. I mean, he got a physical frame. He's aggressive. Likes getting stuck in front of the opponent's defenders, hold them off while receiving a pass and making simple layoffs to teammates. Um, Sometimes he's too aggressive and receiving yellow and red cards, which can be fixed. And I think he has a natural instinct of scoring goals. I mean, he's shooting from all kind of different angles when he has the opportunity to do so. He's not afraid of taking shots from uncomfortable angles, whether he's with his right foot or with his weaker foot. Um, but Lion, I think Lion wants the same as Maresca wants. He wants a striker that can drop down deeper, link up with the teammates, and if you're gonna do that regularly in Premier League against a lot of great teams, you won't get that much space and time on the ball, and therefore you need a great first touch. You need to be quick in your decision making. You need to be technical and mentally strong. And that's the only question mark I have around Liam Delap is whether he can be technical enough. I think Delap is most dangerous when we're hitting opponents on a transition and there's tons of space to run in behind. But will it be as effective against low blocks? I don't know, but that also Lion Rosenior also needs to think about that. Okay, if we're playing with João Pedro, then he's someone that can drop down consistently because he has those attributes. But if the Delap can't do that, maybe we should use him more as a poacher inside the box, like Manchester City using Haaland, being at the right place at the right time. I think that will suit the Delap more than being someone that's gonna come down and link a play. Let me know, guys, what you think. Do you think the Delap will suit Rosenior's style, or do you think it's a mismatch? I have to wait and see. I have to give it a few games before I decide there. But it is a question mark I have. And the Delap is a young guy. We signed a lot of young guys, as you know, and he doesn't have a great season whatsoever. He's been out with injury, he's been ill, he has been suspended because he picked a red card, a lot of yellows, and he has therefore been inconsistent. He only has 2 games in like 17, 18 games so far this season in all competitions. And that's kind of problem when you consistently being out on a regular basis from um, starting, whilst also being a young guy. Your development gets interrupted and you're not getting that consistent game time to build chemistry and get into a sort of momentum. That's why um I want Oshiman. We would have an already made striker in his prime up front that will contribute with 20 plus goals every season and could be a difference maker. Someone that is already made that you don't need to be patient with for a couple of years and he might reach his potential, or you have to wait for them to acclimatize to the league and the teammates for a longer period. I think Oshiman would just slot in immediately. So I have a question mark whether the Delap can succeed under Rosenior. Let me know what you think. We have some players being back at the training ground. Disasi returned to the first team training with Chelsea. Rosenior confirms. I had a really good meeting with him. I said to players that it's a clean slate for everybody. It was right for me to chat with him. He's behind in terms of his fitness and will work with him. You can also see on the right that Mihailo Mudryk is back from his 1 year suspension, which is great to see. So yeah, but I think they're bringing up Axel Disasi to just sell him on or loan him out, so they can cash in on him later. And Disasi is honestly not the type of defender that we need either. He's not composed or technical enough to be in this central CB position in this makeshift back three, and he's not that great being a wide centre backs because he's too slow for that. So I don't see the Sassi fitting Lion Rosenior at all. I think it's positive he's giving everyone a clean slate, but honestly, I don't think the manager has any power. The owners has the power at this club, and I think they're just making it seems like Liam has that to tell the fan base what we want to hear to calm down the situation. So everything that is coming out from the managers or the head coach, everything, every word he says, every information we gain from others around the club, I would not take everything as 100% true. So what do you think? Do you think the Sassi is good enough to play under Lion Rosenior? Do you think it suits the system? I don't think it suits the system. I think we need to sell him on like we have to with Raheem Sterling. Mihailo Mudryk is back. I don't think he's gonna feature. He's gonna have to catch up with his match fitness and match sharpness and getting back into to football. So I don't think we're gonna see him play at all this season. So we will see when he will be back. We're facing Pafos, who had a decent run in Champions League so far. They won the league last season. So it's okay side. We have seen teams in Champions League making upsets. Bodø Glimt won against Manchester City yesterday. We saw Napoli drawing against Copenhagen. And we've seen some other upsets as well. So anything can happen, but I still think we have enough quality in our depth to beat a side like this. We're going to see two familiar faces. One that is special player, which is David Luiz, who has a great and fantastic history at Chelsea. So we have to welcome him back. Honestly, I didn't know he was playing for Pafos. I thought he had retired or something. And then we can recognize Orsic, he was at Southampton, or was it at Dinamo Zagreb? I can't remember, but we have faced him before in Champions League, and he's a dangerous player on the transition. In Champions League, Pafos has played 5-4-1, dropping back into a low block and making it so difficult for opponents to get through. That's why we need to be brave with a wide center back and push them further up when we have the chance to overload the flanks and help our wingers. Because otherwise we're just gonna become too cautious like we were on the Maresca. We need to try and figure out how we're gonna break down low blocks, and I think that's a great start to begin with. We also need more players attacking the box and coming late on the edge of the box to receive cutback passes or clearances to have a shot outside the box. The score prediction will end in a 3-1 victory to us. Let me know yours in the comments down below, and I thank you so much for watching. I catch you guys for the match review after, and I'm out.